Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hearthstone. GVG has officially launched, and after many hours of trying to get the game to work and to actually be able to purchase packs and stuff, I finally have created a set of decks that I wanted to show off to you guys because they're hilarious. I like gimmicks. I like fun decks that have like a theme and they roll with it. So I've come up with a few here that we're gonna do today. So the first is my newest creation. I call it the Mech Hunter. It's basically a hunter, but no beasts. So, well, except for one beast, because, well, I'll explain that in a minute. But what does the Mech Hunter do? Well, it's got a lot of mechs. That's its theme. It's a Mech Hunter. So I have a lot of the low-cost mechs, the Clockwork Gnome, the Cog Master, I have an Iron Beak Owl in there because it's nice to get through, massive minions, because it's sometimes hard to take care of things. I have a Hunter's Mark in there because of that same reason. Explosive Trap, 2 of them, because, well, aggro decks are pretty prevalent still. 2 Freezing Traps because they're always really nice. A Mech Warper, which gets my mechs out quicker. A Micro Machine because it's way overpowered. That's the start of each turn that it gains 1 attack, which means if I play it out there on turn 1 with a coin for me, so it would be, turn 2 over to him. If he can't take care of it, it's already a 2-2 on his side. It comes back to me, it's a 3-2. It goes back to him, it's a 4-2. It's a really good card. It's what I call a spell magnet. It likes to be taken out, and I like that because I have other mechs that I don't like being taken out. I have an Eagle Horn Bow in there. It's just nice. It's actually just a good weapon. I do, in fact, have a Glaive Zuka, but I just don't think it's a good weapon, so I've been using the Eagle Horn Bow. I've come up with some ideas for pet decks where you just do all beasts and you use Call Pet. And it's okay. It's basically just a variation of my other decks. I have Feigned Death that I've tried with, but I don't know. Death Rattle, like hunters, it's weird. So I'm not a big fan of it. But going through the rest of the deck, you just have some other normal mechs. This one is really nice. So it permanently gives my other mechs +2 attack that are on the board. So it's kind of like a mini Bloodlust. It's really good. Spider Tank, Tinkertown Technician, super good. It gets 1/1, so it becomes a 4/4 for 3 when you play it while there's a mech on the board. And Hanso Meccano is also very good. It's like a mini Bloodlust. You can get a lot of Wind Fury out of that. We got a Jeeves, because you typically run out a lot of cards. Mechanical Yeti, and I throw the King Crush in there because I believe it is a really good hunter card. The reason why is because people don't really expect it. Nobody really runs King Crush, even the people who have it, because they think it's a bad card. This card has literally won me so many games. You have no idea. I love King Crush, so I'm going to keep it in there. I have a Control Paladin, which is it's your typical Control Paladin, except it's got some different things in there, like shielded mini bots. It's got a Cog Hammer, give a random friendly minion Divine Shield and Taunt. It's actually pretty good. 2 Muster for Battles, which summon 3 Silverhand Recruits and give you basically a Light's Justice. I have the Big Game Hunter in there, your typical stuff. I have a Jeeves. I haven't really needed the Jeeves yet in this deck, so I might take it out. Mechanical Yeti, because it's strictly better than Yeti. Pilot Shredder, Spellbreaker to silence things, Loatheb, Quartermaster to go with the Muster for Battle. It's really good, actually. I only have 1 Quartermaster, and it's golden, so why not use it? Sludge Belchers, Piloted Sky Golem, Black Knight, Lay on Hands, and Rag. So that's a pretty basic Control Paladin. I've got a... I love this deck. This is my pirate deck. I don't have all of the pirates, so it's getting there, but it's really fun. It runs the Bloodsail Corsair, which on its own is not a very good card, but, in certain situations it can be. But it's made even better by the Ship's Cannon. So the Ship's Cannon is whenever you summon a pirate, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So it's almost like a better Knife Juggler, right? So you can throw down a lot of pirates pretty early. Bloodsail Raider is really good with the Goblin Auto Barber. It's also really good with the Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil, which gives your weapon 3 attack, and combo give a random friendly minion +3 attack, so you can do a lot with that. I really like it. What else do I have in here? I have the One-Eyed Cheat, which is whenever I summon a pirate gain stealth. It's actually pretty powerful. in combination with like a Tinker Sword Sharp Oil, it's you can do a lot of damage with that. And I have 2 Salty Dogs because one's golden and why not? So it's just a pirate deck. It's kind of fun. And then the last one I have is my crowning achievement of my Murloc deck. All of the Murlocs, Flame Tongue Totem, and Ire Beak out. Thought about taking that out. Thought about taking the Knife Juggler out for sure. But I put 2 Feral Spirits in there because I was having problems with aggro decks. I put a Lightning Storm in there for that very reason. All the way down, put a Defender Argus in there just for extra damage. Hanso Meccano because it's like a Bloodlust, but sometimes better. Old Murkite, because why not? And then very last, I have Neptulon, which is add 4 random Murlocs to your hand, overload 3. It's really good. It's really good. It's seriously one of the better legendaries. Cool, because, I mean, it draws you 4 cards, and those 4 cards can be really good. So let's play a few games. I'm thinking we'll start with the Hunter, because that's the one we started with. I'm just going to do casual here, because ranked is filled with a ton of tryhards, and casual is filled with a lot of people trying out decks like this, which makes it way more fun. Actually, I've been really enjoying ranked. It's been a lot less insufferable the past like 24 hours. Because people, they net deck, you know, they go online and they find these like perfect decks and they build them and they just... So the problem is that you come up against decks that are, you know, you see like a priest like this and you're like, oh, it's a control priest. Again. Oh, goody. And it's not really that fun. And I think we'll keep the Tinkertown. This deck is actually a little bit slower than my other Hunter deck. My other Hunter deck is like that typical control, or not control, but mid-ranged Hunter. But that's, you know, that's the problem, is it's a typical deck, right? So you go into like ranked mode and it's usually, oh, well, he's playing a warrior, he's probably playing control warrior, probably has Garrosh or Gromosh or whatever it is. Probably has, yeah, Gromosh, probably has, no, is it Garrosh? I don't know. I don't know the names of the orcs. I'm not orcist or anything. I just don't know. You know, you come up against, ooh, that is a good play. Ooh, or is it? Oh, no. Okay, so if I play that, I could just Deadly Shot, but that's a better card for later against the priest.
Something needs tinkering?
Kind of gives him one of those. Oh, you got to take care of one of these. Yeah, let's attack space. You know, you go up against like a, what's a good example? Well, I guess the priest is one, but like even the hunter. Typically, you know, a week ago, if you went up against the hunter in the ranked, you're like, oh well, shoot, that's a, you know, that's a mid-range hunter. I know exactly what cards to draft. And nowadays, it's just really funny because you're like, this is ridiculous. There's way too much going on here. Let's just get rid of that. And I really like Goblins vs. Gnomes because it has changed the game so drastically. People are trying new things. They're coming up with some pretty good things too. Like there's some pretty good combinations with the mechs that people are finding out. But I'm really enjoying it. So, you know, all of that said, just to be like, I want to make more crazy decks. So I think that is pretty much what my life is going to consist of for the next couple weeks. Okay, how do I do this? I could... there's a few things I could do here that are really good, actually. I could just play cards. You know, just get like a ton out there. But I think what I should do is... Oh, I don't know. Maybe Micro Machine into Tinkertown. Gets me another 4/4. Yeah, then I have 6 mana next turn, and I can play the Leaper. Got another Finicky Cloakfield. So if he attacks, he's able to kill one of the Tinkertowns. He can heal it back up to 3, and I can kill it with the Micro Machine. The plays, they're real. I've actually been having a mild amount of success at this deck. Oh gosh, this guy. Just see, this is why I put the... Oh my gosh, this guy. This is exactly why I put the silence in there, which I didn't get. That's fine. Well, I think I just go for the face. Because I can kill him next turn. Unless he can clear my board, which is highly unlikely. Okay. Looking for it. Is he just going to clear? Yeah, okay. That's a good move. He is just going to clear with the Blade Master. Oh, and he's dead. Perfect. Gives you a pretty good idea of the Mechano Hunter, the Mecha Hunter, whatever I called it. I don't know. Cool. Let's try the Shaman. We're just doing like a taste test. We're gonna show a little of every deck, and then I'm gonna pick one, and I'm gonna do like a few episodes on it. That way, you guys can really get the feel for how these decks are, and I'll probably do it in the ranked mode too. That way, you know, we want to win, so we're trying to make the best plays out of it and see if the decks even work. Honestly, because in ranked, you'll typically find people that are that have more complete sets of cards, so it will be able to actually better determine if I'm just gonna dump these. Better determine if it's actually ever gonna work. The weird decks. That's actually not bad. I'm going first. Priest has a hard time getting rid of one-cost stuff, so we'll hope for the best. Actually, I probably should have held on to it, not played anything, and totemed next turn. Well, that's embarrassing. He probably got a Crackle, actually. Or a Murloc. In the best case scenario, he got the Murloc. Get out of here. Okay. Shadow Word Pain. It's not bad. You know, what ifs. Got my Neptulon. If I'm able to maintain this board, then Hanso Meccano is really good. And I do. Perfect. Because you don't get to use it very often. Oh, or should I Murloc? Ooh. Crap. What are the chances that he has a Holy Nova? Has he used his coin?
What to do?
Ooh, it's a risk. What is the... yeah. Let's just put it out there. I can Bloodlust next turn if I need to. How much damage would that be? 5, 9... Yeah, it's 3 attack, right? Yeah. Ooh, what's he doing? See, that was what I was afraid of, the coin. That's good for me that I didn't play the Enhancer then. That. Get me some cards. Ooh, that's good. That's not what I was looking for, though. The problem with Neptulon, by the way, is that it overloads you 3, which means you play it on turn 7. You can't really flood the board, not the bird, the board turn 8 unless you get a pretty crappy set of Murlocs, and then turn 9 is when you do everything. So it's kind of like a weird, yeah, it's really weird. How do I want to do this? Well, is Lightning Storm good here? Maybe. Not really. What is good? Can I... Crackle isn't bad.
My shield for Argus.
Maybe do that. Crackle this. Could have been better. But at least now I've got some better board presence. Because having a 1-1 is pretty bad. In fact, that's the problem I've run into with this Murloc deck, is oftentimes you just don't get the cards that you needed at the beginning, and your struggle is really difficult as you're trying to get the cards. Damn that! I hate that card. At least now Lightning Storm is a lot better here. Okay. Well, see that. Yeah, it's Lightning Storm. Hope for the best. That's not what I needed. Shoot. I should have killed the, no, because did he have 3 HP or did he have 2? I think he had 2. I should have killed him first. I don't know what I was doing there. So, am I going to be... I'm at 7 mana now. I'll be overloaded 2. Dang. Don't have enough to play Neptulon. I'm going to overload myself again. I don't really have a choice there. Dang, the Light Wardens. Card that not a lot of people play, but can be quite annoying. It's because they're usually easily dealt with, but this isn't a deck with a lot of control, so I tend to have a lot of issues with getting rid of stuff. Ooh. Oh, I got 1 Wind Fury on there. It's not bad, actually. The taunt is painful. Gosh, those cards are annoying. Alright, what are we gonna draw? Come on, end your turn. Thank you. Okay, it is time for Neptulon. How many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We won't overdraw. Good. Okay, so I'm super overloaded, though. I do have a lot of low stuff that I could drop right away, which might be ideal. So it would probably be Tidecaller into... Oh my gosh, this guy. He's going to do 24 damage to me right there. Yeah, this is over. Stupid priests. The thing with those kind of priests is it's really a bad deck because 90% of decks can deal with that, like right off the bat. I'm just not able to. Rogue time. Mostly because I didn't have any control stuff. And the stuff that I did have just wasn't enough. If I had pulled another Crackle, maybe that would have been worth it. Maybe not screwing up that first time, you know, killing the cultists, that probably would have been better. I don't know. The struggle was real. Again, though, like I said earlier on that deck, if you don't get the draw at the beginning, it's really bad.
Valera versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay.
You're back.
It's actually a bad hand. Against a Hunter. Blade Flurry we want to keep. We'll keep the Barber. Yeah, that could be better. Not having Sprint there is probably ideal. I'm thinking if I can... Wow, he's taking a really long time to deliberate on his 3 cards. If I can get the weapon out, get the auto barber out, but that's yeah, that's the problem. Okay, I don't want to coin a weapon out either. I think that's fairly bad. What's he gonna play? I guess it all kind of is determined around what he plays right now. At least I would have a turn and turn 2 and turn 3 play if I get... Oh gosh, this feels really bad. But maybe it feels really bad because it's just so different than what you would normally do. I don't know. I think it's just bad because it's bad, actually. All right. Auto Barber. I think it's at 2. Okay, so do I attack? I do not think I do. It's weird that he didn't have a turn 2 play. Okay, he's playing my Mech Hunter. It's cool. It's cool, bro. Whatever. Ooh, I could. This might be really good. Yes! That pirate, though. So if I can get the Bloodsail Raider out, which I should be able to, I'll get an extra 2 damage out. Good. Good. My experience with this deck, by the way, is that it's not actually that bad. It's pretty good. Oh, so good.
Here we go.
Just re-weapon up. And it's all revolved around this one card, actually. The ship's cannon makes it pretty good. You can do a lot of damage with it, as you've seen. Like, it makes controlling the board a lot easier. But the problem is it's so random that sometimes it really sucks. I've gone through a game with this deck once where I only hit the... Like, I had the ship's cannon out the entire time, and I only hit the face with it. Not ideal. Okay, well... That's not a bad card. That could have been better. Who says he's going to have a weapon? Damn it. Okay, that's fine. He's quite low already, though. I mean, that was an extra 4 damage to his face from the cannon. It's pretty good. I would prefer to have hit the minions. Yeah, he knows. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's dead.
Here we go.
Perfect. I love this deck. When it goes well, it's really fun. When it goes wrong, it's kind of funny. Oh hey, I could buy a pack. Let's do that real quick. Why not? Take a mild break from my my buying of the, or not buying, my playing of the decks, the funny decks. Let's see if we get any new cards that we can add to it. Not really. Well, Power Mace might be... Nope. That's a Shaman card. Nope. Nothing. I already have a War Maul. I think I already had 2. Alright, what was the last deck that I had that I wanted to show you? I showed you those 3. I wanted to show you the Control Paladin. Now, we're going to play a ranked game for this. This is my tryhard deck at the moment. It's really good. It's won me a lot of games. I went on like a 10-win streak last night, then I lost a few games. Basically, I was at rank 20, and I just went through and got myself up as high as I could within a few hours.
Uther versus Gul'dan.
This guy's name is Titor.
Soul shall be mine. I will
Warlock.
fight with
Could be handlock, could be aggro. Could be a demon lock. Could be anything nowadays. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's hope for better. Could have been better. On one hand, the Cog Hammer is fairly decent. Ooh, and there's a Consecration against aggro, but the Loatheb is really good against the handlock. So, yeah. I guess it all is determined on what he plays right now.
Bring out your dead.
It's more of an aggro. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I've had issues against some of these aggro decks with this. I have a hard time knowing when to consecrate. Like, do I muster for battle next turn? I probably do, right? Because I can't consecrate. And it at least puts a lot of threats on the board. And I can get rid of the gnome. Oh, I have a lot of healing in this deck, too. I've got the mech heal, or you throw down the 3/3 mech. It costs 5, it's pretty bad. But all things considered, it's better than Holy Light, because you're still getting a guy out on the board and you're healing for 8. Or then I have a lay on hands. Okay, see, this is ideal now. I know when to consecrate, guys. It's right now. I consecrate right now. She's not going to clear either. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, no, don't. No, what are you doing? Oh, don't be silly. Fine, whatever. Get out of here. And I actually want to use up the charges on the lights. I found this out. I want to use the charges up on the lights just as quickly as possible. Because I oftentimes will just replace it with another weapon without using them up. Like, it'll have 1 or 2 left, and I'll just be like, well, time for another weapon. Because getting a true silver champion is quite good for controlling things. There's another consecrate. Not ideal, but I do have that. It's just in case he does anything funny with mechs. It keeps it in a reasonable health range. Or if he tries to buff it.
I feel icky.
Okay. I'm kind of glad I hit it then. That's a pretty good move. Can't play Rag yet, though. Okay. Here is what we do.
For justice.
So this will give this Divine Shield. So we can hit it, get down to 3. Looking at next turn, Lotheb's a pretty big bet. Because you don't want you to be bursted down. He probably, I mean, he's had at least a card in his hand. He's never been empty, so that probably means he's got a Soulfire or a, what's it called? Oh gosh, I don't remember the name. The thing that does stupid amounts of damage and costs very little. That card. That is now 1 cost. Or Soulfire. Shadow Flame is the other one I'm thinking about. There we go. Nailed it. I got there eventually. Yeah.
I see. For justice.
I'm okay with taking 2 damage there.
Reporting for duty.
So, it probably was bad to get rid of that taunt, just in case, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'm just above that health threshold. That's really hard for him to do.
Put this apple on your head.
Who dares summon me?
Not bad, actually. Yeah, thanks for that. Well, guys, I think he's out of steam. I think we won. And again, the reason why I would tack with the cog hammer there is that the true silver champion is coming up. You know, so you want to try to use up the charges. I have so many weapons in this deck that I feel like maybe I could take the cog hammer out, but at the same time, like you saw the really good play there. I think people underestimate the value of this card. It could do a lot to saving you. And it has, also, for me. Well. Do we go YOLO swag money? No, I don't think we do. I think we just play it safe.
The battle.
Weapon ready. Weapon ready.
For justice. Job done.
Now he can't kill me. How much you want to bet he's just gonna surrender? Most people do at this point. They just have run out of steam completely. It's also really hard for warlocks to deal with the divine shield, I've noticed. So it's pretty nice having the two.
You call that?
Okay. Well, that's not gonna do it for you, buddy. The shield and minibot is really good when you get it early on too. It does a lot for developing a really good board. Yep. Hey. Hey.
Well played.
Wasn't letting me click it. Cool. Well, I think that's a pretty good look at all those crazy decks that I have. I'll probably end up getting my demon deck working. The rest of the decks I haven't really... These are all old decks that I haven't done anything with yet. I still want to do something with a mage. I haven't done that yet either. But I think overall I'm really enjoying Goblins vs. Gnomes, and I think I do want to definitely do more videos on each of these decks, but I might adjust them just a little bit as I kind of figure out what's good and what isn't within them. But with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.